Hey guys, and you know my life, at least on YouTube, has always been a pretty open book because you guys gave me the chance to do this, the chance to be a partner, and a chance to you really get some notoriety on YouTube. So I feel like I kind of owe it to you for my life to be a pretty open book on YouTube, and as such, I got a question, and I always get questions all the time relating to my disability. Now, I've done several videos on this before, so I don't want it to sound like I'm sort of regurgitating old information, because I'll certainly point other people to those videos. But I got a question the other day that was kind of asking about it from a different slant. So I'm just going to kind of walk up that. It was asking about kind of my mobility and how I get around and kind of how it affects my daily life. So first thing to say is, if you guys have noticed, this is actually a wheelchair that I'm filming on. So the back of this is a wheelchair.
It's 13 hours.
You may notice that I used to record on the floor, but that kind of got abandoned after I got this new video setup, because it's all about not obscuring my disability, because I don't want to hide it, because if I did, like I said, my life wouldn't be an open book, but I just think it looks a little more professional than it did when I was lying on the floor. So this is actually an electric wheelchair with a moulded seat and a moulded back, specifically for my body. The seat has liners in it, so you can take them out as you grow, and it has a moulded back as well as specific kind of a footstool, which my feet aren't handed into right now. So if you could see my feet right now, which obviously I'm glad you can't, my feet are kind of out straight out in front of me, because as I'm talking I tend to get very stiff, and that is certainly a segmented part of my disability. So that is kind of about my chair. I use it around at school, and this is one of the rare occasions where I use it at home. I use it at home for doing these videos, but other than that, my gadgets, and I do all my work on the floor, because that's how I generally get around. I get around a lot on the floor. I do, however, eat with the rest of the family. I have a specific chair for doing that, but I eat at the table. I drink out of special sports bottles, not kids' bottles, but special sports bottles, to stop me from spilling my drink over the floor. Obviously, due to the fact that my left arm has a little bit of spasticity, if I tried to drink out of a normal bottle, it would likely jump and the drink would go flying. So that's kind of about eating and drinking. I talking about the wheelchair. I tend to use this at school as well. So yeah, that's that. What else? I also I just got this actually, a new program of stretches, because as I get older I'm going to get stiffer and stiffer and more immobile. So I do an hour of stretches 5 nights a week. I did them 6 this week because it's half term, so I kind of have breaks on Wednesdays and Fridays because those are the days that I elected to have breaks. But yeah, they really help, and the way in which they're formulated has really been instrumental in encouraging me to do them, because I can do them but still continue to watch videos and still continue to do things I want to do on the computer while still getting the benefit from the stretches. So that is really, really cool. I also have a contraption that I can stand in because I'm completely unable to stand on my own. So I have a contraption that I can stand in, and it will bear some weight on my legs, because if you don't know, you guys, unless you can't walk, you might not know this, but obviously if you don't use your legs, you'll lose bone density. So that kind of prevents that a little bit. I have a normal bed, basically a normal everything, unless I'm already put by it. My life isn't really affected by my disability. I guess in that kind of respect I'm fortunate to be interested in computers rather than some other kind of physical activity. So those are kind of my thoughts relating to my CP and mobility. If you guys don't know what like creaking noise is, I don't know if I've already mentioned, is because of this moulded seat. My chair actually creaks a bit, so some of you guys may have noticed that in some videos. So thank you for watching this video. Oh, actually, should also say that I have a hoisting system, and I'm also unable to dress myself. I'm sorry if this is kind of what some people might consider as getting a bit too personal, but I'm comfortable with sharing this information with you. I'm not slightly going to share any more in-depth information because that would be completely wrong and unethical, but I'm certainly happy with sharing this level of information. I have a hoist which I currently don't use to hoist me to a standing position when my parents are unable to lift me, because that's what they do at the moment. But we all get older, and I'm getting bigger, so soon they won't be able to lift me. So I also have a hoisting system in place ready for that. Anyway, as I was about to say before, if you guys have any more questions or comments relating to this, please feel free to post them. I probably won't do another follow-up video as generic as this, because I've already kind of done these before, but the reason why I wanted to kind of do this one is because it was less about CP itself and more about kind of how it affects me. So if you guys have got any questions, I'll kind of answer them in text, and if you guys have got any comments, video responses, I'd be thrilled to hear them. Thank you for watching the video, and if you've liked it, please subscribe. Thank you.